Welcome to my Quote of the Day series. I start my live content with a quote and a story about why it's important to me in the moment. I share my experiences in case it may help someone else on their journey. You never know when someone might need the message you share today. I also want to thank you for spending time with me, for subscribing if you choose, and sharing your stories too. So let's start with the quote of the night. The quote of the night is, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant." And that is from Robert Louis Stevenson. So I was looking for quotes today about mindset. I had thought about patience, but I've done some quotes about patience before. So I was kind of wanting to switch it up from just patience. And I found a few mindset quotes that I liked, but they weren't quite right. And then of course some of the ones that were okay were like better, were too long. So I was like, well, what tangent can we follow here? So I followed this tangent because I don't know, I've been slacking on some stuff recently, and I'm really appreciating that I'm not getting down on myself for it. Like when I remember that I need to do those things, I'm like, yeah, you really should. But I'm not like, God damn it, oh, I'm horrible. I suck, I should. And then, like I'm self defeating with, like I just continue to not do the things. Now I've been continuing to not do the things, but I've been making sure not to punish myself for it. And there are things that I have going on right now that feel like, I mean, if I'm going to follow this quote kind of metaphor, like I feel like I'm in like the seedling stage where like I've planted some seeds and I'm like still trying to figure out like where the sun is and how much water I need and the fertile soil and all that, like if you want to follow this metaphor. But just like I'm in the process of figuring it out, and I'm trying to accept that it's a growth stage to the point where I'm not going to, I don't know, stunt my own growth. Lord, I'm being yelled at. Hold on a second. I'm not sure exactly why I'm being yelled at. Okay, I was being positively yelled at, not like panic yell at. I was like, oh my God. So my husband invited a friend over for this evening because I'm streaming tonight, and he we have our Google Photos connected to our screensaver on our television, and he saw the picture of my curtains that I made for my garage, and he was just like, "Oh my God, those are awesome!" And I was like, "What is happening?" Like I couldn't really hear anything besides my name, and so I was. I don't know if it's about my kids. I don't know if what's going on. And so he was like, "Oh no, I just thought it was really cool." So that's nice. But also I was like, I'm in the middle of like my intro thing anyway. So there we go. That's a seed I planted, and then you know, uh, not everybody may dig them, but I enjoyed the outcome of those, and I learned some stuff from making them. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, so yes, I am trying to let sapling version of myself, seedling version of myself grow with how I'm growing, as opposed to trying to push too hard or punish myself or get into a cycle of self-defeat. And so far I feel pretty successful in it, and it's nice to know. um that makes me think the harvest of it will be wonderful, but that's not really the point. The point is just to keep growing, and like a reminder to myself that I don't know, the growth is the important thing. The journey is the important thing. The outcome is not necessarily as important as how I get there. So, anyway, that was disjointed, but okay. This is real life, right? You know, that's all right. Let me see if I can get all of my windows in place. But anyway, I didn't have like super complicated thoughts today. I think I was watching a couple people recently and I could tell they were disappointed in some stuff because how they thought things should be going wasn't how things were going, and they were stuck in the I don't understand why it's not better. And while I can sympathize and empathize with like that scenario because I have been there myself, it's a reminder to myself too that like I'm not going to choose that. I have chosen that like stressed out thing, like whether or not I'm like consciously I'm choosing to feel this way about things or whether I'm not, I'm just letting myself feel those things. Um that if I continue to make a conscious choice to not let myself get on those depressed paths, anxious paths, self-defeating paths, that the benefits are there and I have experienced the benefits of it. But we're all human and we all can slip back into that, especially, like I'm still kind of like in go mode, not like super go mode, but I'm not starting to feel like I'm running down and that I need to just conserve as much energy as possible, which is awesome. I keep thinking it's coming because I feel like it's inevitable. But until it actually starts to hit me, I think I've been preparing for that to some extent with the whole not wanting to punish myself for doing less or focusing my energy or accepting the fact that my energy levels are drained or whatever, and that I'm doing the best with what I have the ability to do. That I feel like I've been setting myself up for a successful downswing, energetically speaking. So we'll see if it plays out over the next 4 months. The holidays could win, and I could just be like by December, but I'm trying not to be because it's just exhausting. And if I can relieve any of that stress or exhaustion, I'm going to do it. So I've been practicing. So now we're getting to the big game time, right? Let's mix all the metaphors. Okay, I need to fix my windows because I let my windows get all wonky when I was like, oh crap, I have to pause and run and see what's happening and then be like, oh, that's a compliment. Nice. All right. Thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.